Hi, I'm Rob Cram, and today we're taking another look at Mirage, but this time this is the version 0.3.5, which is an updated version to the one we used in the other video. So I'm not going to go fully into depth in terms of what you can do with the customization of the characters. You can check that out in another video. So here is a model that I've created. I spent a bit of time using the new sort of menu, which offers some extra features that you can do with the models. The biggest change to this is being able to now add more characters to your scene and then being able to save that scene, which you weren't able to do before. So just a quick overview of my model here, and obviously you can see a new feature of eyes following the camera. You can turn that off and you can change the eyes blinking. You can even change things like the hair. To turn the eyes follow off, so that's better. So you can move her around and you can change. In fact, that's not my model because her eyebrows have gone down again. So let's load the look. So you save the look. There you go, that's better. You can see the eyebrows are less angular on my particular model. So you can reset. So if I go back to the main, go to morphs, reset all. So that's the basic default model that you'll start off with. And notice the eyebrow angle. And obviously then I go back to my morphs, save look, and then just load my look, and there's the look of my character with a few sort of basic edits. Anyway, that's something that I've covered in another video. So there are more animations added now, and you can play and pause those. Let's just zoom out a bit. Around. But the idea is that you can pose the character how you see fit. I mean, I could use that and then take a snapshot, or I can create my own pose. Stretch your legs out a bit. You can create your sort of own action sequences with the models. But as I said, the best feature, and I'm going to now just add another model into the scene to quickly demonstrate that, is being able to include more than one model. So I think I can actually clone the current model, or I can add another one. And I'm going to do another different girl. I'll go with the beach girl this time. So you have to just bear with it while it loads. It takes a bit of time. But then obviously now, as you can imagine, with the characters, with more than one in a scene at a time, you can then start sort of creating some nice sort of action scenes with the two characters, shaking hands, for example, or just giving each other a hug. Or if you want to go for a bit more adult stuff, then you can strip them of their clothes and start doing other stuff as well. But we won't go into that here. So they've put the model on top of the other. So I can move that one out of the way. Like that. So basically I'm free to sort of customize each of the model out how I see fit, which is quite cool. Now you're noticing that the frame rate is changed, having two models in the scene. I don't think you need to have three models, but you can add as many as your PC can handle. And then what you can do now with the animations, play, pause, let's just change her animation. You get an idea. Then you can highlight your model and change her animation as you see fit. This version also has a new mouse control as well, which is good. Rotate her around. Rotate them both round together or individually. Out of the way. There is an option to make that easier, especially in VR as well. Remember, this is a VR title as well, where you're able to, let's go back to models and use smart selection. So now I can do that without having to individually select the character. So I can move them as I see fit. So you'll notice that the lighting here is kind of interesting. That's another new feature. If we go back here, you can now change the scene color. Obviously day and night was in the original, but now you can change the scene color to give a bit more of a photographic studio lighting. And then obviously you've got the light animation where you can change the brightness, saturation of the light, and then the rotation of the sun for your kind of direction of where you want your lights to come from, which drastically changes the looks of the characters, as you can see right now, which is pretty cool. So another feature is having a floor now, which helps. So they're basically both above the floor. So yeah, that's the basics of what's been added, which is quite a lot since the previous game. The fact that you can have more than one model of a different type is good, and this is just the beginning for this program. Obviously there's a lot more you can do. So just to demonstrate again, let's just add another model. Obviously program will have some optimization, but this is just to demonstrate how you can sort of add more characters to the scene. So Mirage intends to have a lot more added to it over time. It's well in development. It's got a long way to go, lots of physics and other bits and pieces as well, to make it into a sandbox kind of experience. Let's just move her. So she looks kind of big compared to the others. So I can actually change her scale to suit. Then we can give her an animation as well. And there you've got them all animated. Obviously look at that frame rate dropping down, but obviously pretty cool, huh? So you can obviously create your own animations at some point with this. That's going to be the next kind of level where you'll be able to perhaps possess the character and then record your own animations, and that's when things become more interesting, especially for VR players. So let's just pause that. So you get the idea of the basics, and obviously these models are highly detailed. So let's go back and load up my scene from earlier. You saw how quickly that scene loaded. And I just want to quickly demonstrate how the lighting has a profound effect on the character. So obviously these are really nice looking models which you can edit to your heart's content, and then take screenshots or make videos of those characters that you've created. But I think her eyebrows aren't the same, so that's from that scene. So then I can then load my model, which is this one here. That's better. Zoom in close. So you're noticing this dark around the eyes. That's just the shadow from the eyelashes. You can have to change that. You can change the length of the eyelashes. And there you go. She's rather cool looking. And I can do whatever in terms of posing and interacting with another model. And obviously I can take screenshots and share those. But Mirage intends to be so much more than that eventually. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. This is Mirage. Oh, sorry, I was going to show you the lighting, wasn't I? And how that sort of has a drastic effect on how the model looks. So you can sort of create these studio looking images, oversaturate the lighting, lower it down. But more importantly, changing the rotation to get that kind of shadow effect. Which really does give a completely different look to the characters, which is rather cool. You can see that sort of shadow on the eye as well, changing. Kind of almost looks like makeup. So some people have said before, oh, this is just a Genesis 3 model. But if you're used to using that with other programs, that you'll know that the rendering takes forever. And this is where Mirage comes into its own. The rendering is just instant. There is no rendering, so to speak, in that regard once you've posed it. Whereas with other programs, you have to wait for it to render before you can do anything with it. So real-time editing, real-time changing the light function, and real-time posing and animations. And that's just the beginning. Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. I'll probably put this model on Discord. So if you join the Mirage Discord, you'll be able to download this particular model and import that into your version. I'm currently using the Steam version of the game, and I'll leave a link to the game in the description and in the comments. Okay, I'm Bob Cram. This is Mirage. Thanks for watching.